Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
Hi, I started creating content sites in 2018. And I worked as an SEO lead in Vancouver for a marketing agency for about 4 years. And then I went full-time running my own business about a year ago when I moved to Porto. And I bought this site in 2022, just before my son was born, thinking that I will have time to work on it during my parental leave. This was the first time that mistake. So I didn't have much time to develop it as I wished, but we still did some good work, and the site grew from about 15,000 monthly sessions to over 100,000 currently. What else? I've sold 2 other websites in the past year, so I'm familiar with the process, and I wish to sell this one to someone that will have more time to develop it fully, and because I want to focus on another project of mine.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
Answered a bit in the previous question, but as I mentioned, I acquired the website end of last year, which in a niche that I'm passionate about, and I wish to completely focus my time and budget for this new website. And now that SEO is evolving, we have the need to also develop other sources of traffic like social media and YouTube and stuff like that. That's why I want to sell this website so I can focus 100% on the new project.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
So I spend a lot of time since I bought it working on the site on and off to bring it to a level I don't need to spend so much time. So we created a lot of content, like maybe 250 articles, and I think we reached quite a good level of content so that we don't need to publish that much. Currently, I think we are publishing about 5 articles a month, some months none, and those articles are pretty easy to create. So I work with freelancer for that. I do some keyword research. I create the brief for him. It's all templated, and he's writing those articles pretty quickly in general. This process can be all handled by an AI tool at the moment, but I don't really want to spend time learning about this process. That's why I'm working with a freelancer. And the rest of the time I spend communicating email with potential link buyers. I receive messages quite often, several days in general, and I send them a template I created, an email template with PDF documents explaining our offering. And I refuse most of the offers because they all try to negotiate and I don't wish to. I prefer having less link customers that pay higher, less work for me. All in all, I spend about 5 hours a week on this project.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
I think there are a lot of ideas we can work on this website because it has such a good backlink profile. It's an old domain and it has a very good brand name as well. Everything related to marketing and content marketing in general can work pretty well. So the first thing I would work on really, I guess the quick wins would be to search for long tail keywords that aren't covered on the sites, but for which we rank for. So I will look for this keyword in the Google Search Console. I would keep adding business name lists because it's an easy thing to do. I would improve the domain name generator with AI technology because if we look at all websites ranking for domain name generator, they are all using, including AI now. I'm not sure how powerful that tool are, but I think it's easily doable with prompts and the solutions offered by OpenAI. I would also create an alternative version of the domain name generator and create a business name generator once the AI part is done. And I would add it to the top business name articles we have, because this is also an interesting long tail keywords. And I would also create content that can be monetized with affiliate programs, like, for example, LLC creation services. There are plenty in the marketing niche. And for the long-term stuff, what I had in mind was to develop the social media accounts, because I believe it's very important now, especially if the new owner wants to bring the site from a content to a business. And I would develop a newsletter. That's something very important now. And I would also, once it's done and we're getting some traction, I would look into white labeling services such as brand naming or LLC creation services.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
So at the moment, because it's a content website, the main risk is the Google algorithm updates, especially with what happened recently with all the recent Google updates. Unfortunately, this niche wasn't impacted that much. I think Google realized that all marketing and B2B content sites are important for them. But it's also a reason why I started selling backlinks, because it's reduced the risk a lot, because we get a lot of outreach messages coming daily thanks to the backlink profile of the site. And to reduce the risk further in the future, develop other sources of traffic would be very important.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
I can answer emails for about 2 months, 60 days after the sale. And for 30 days after the sale, we can have a weekly meeting when necessary, where I can answer all the buyer questions and share in more details the strategies I have in mind to develop the website further.
Got it. And regarding the sale of the business, would you agree to a non-compete?
Yes, I can confirm that I commit to the non-compete. The project I want to focus at the moment is in a total different niche than this website.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
No, I'm not open to an earn-out payment structure because the price range of the site isn't that high. So I'm looking for an all-cash buyer.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
So I answered these questions a bit in my previous questions, but if I would summarize that, the site has a great domain history. It was created in 1998, and the previous owner kept the site until I bought it. Only wiped at SEO techniques. They didn't do much SEO, and they didn't know about it much. So it's a very clean domain. The domain name is very brandable. I saw comparable domain names for sales in a 30, 40K range. The backlink profile is excellent, and it offers many link exchange partnership opportunities, especially in this niche. There are plenty of them. It's easy to partner with SaaS companies, and some also offer money because we are selling backlinks, but many also offer free licenses to their tools. That's also nice. I think the site has resisted and even benefited for all recent Google algorithm updates. All the content our team created was written by professional writers. We didn't use AI tools. We developed 2 exclusive tools, the domain name generator and the business name generator. It's in a growing and profitable niche. The site is underexploited. That leaves a lot for improvement for the next buyer. And we are also in a buyer's market with low multiples. So it's a good time to acquire a content website.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.